Hey there, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gary Glass here, out and about, and we're still reading Napoleon Hill's The 12 Miracles of Life. It's been such a great book. It seems like a almost a completely different perspective from Hill on so many different topics. Where we just started the other day the first miracle of life, that chapter, which is the inexorable power of faith. And so we're up to page 6, and we'll start there, and we'll continue to move forward. So that this section is titled "Your Mental Attitude: The Only Thing You Control Outright." And the article goes like this: Get your mental attitude under control, and you may control almost all other circumstances which affect your life, including your fears and your worries of every nature whatsoever. So now there's a subtitle here, subsection. How important is mental attitude? Hill asks. Let us analyze the part mental attitude plays in our lives, and we shall learn how important it is. Your mental attitude is the major factor which attracts people to you in a spirit of friendliness or repels them, according to whether your attitude is positive or negative. And you are the only person who can determine which it shall be. Mental attitude is an important factor in the maintenance of sound physical health. All doctors know, and most of them will admit, that the patient's mental attitude is more important in curing physical ailments than any other single factor. Can you imagine that? You get sick, and how's your attitude? Because that's going to determine how quick you get well. Mental attitude is a determining factor, perhaps the most important factor as to what results one gets from prayer. It has long been known that when one goes to prayer in a mental attitude swayed by fear, doubt, and anxiety, nothing but negative results are experienced. Only the prayers which are backed by a mental attitude of profound faith, and Hill's capitalized faith there, can be expected to bring positive results. Your mental attitude while driving an automobile on the public highway determines very largely whether you are a safe driver or a traffic hazard endangering your own life and the lives of others. Most automobile accidents are said to happen because of drunk driving, anger, or some form of over anxiety or worry on the part of drivers. Oh my gosh! And if you're in that kind of a state of mind, what can it possibly lead to other than, I'll call it, dis-ease and even destruction? Hill continues, your mental attitude determines to a large extent whether you find peace of mind or go through life in a state of frustration and misery. When we talk about goals, so often people have financial goals, they'll have relationship goals, they'll have health and fitness goals, they'll have even spiritual or leadership goals. It's real interesting to me as I with clients and with friends that we talk about goals quite often. It's real interesting to me. What is it? Why do people have goals? It's really to become a different person and to really have peace of mind. I mean, almost all goals can go under the umbrella of I want peace of mind, and achieving these certain goals, or having the certain level of income, having the certain quality in a relationship that does nothing but provide peace of mind for an individual. And so just so good. So let's continue with this part of the chapter. Mental attitude is the warp and the woof of all salesmanship, regardless of what one is selling: merchandise, personal services, or any commodity. A person with a negative mental attitude can sell nothing. He may take an order from someone who buys something from him, but no selling was done. The transaction was entirely one of buying. Perhaps you have seen the truth demonstrated in many retail stores where the minds of the salespeople clearly were not directed toward pleasing the customers. Mental attitude controls very largely the space one occupies in life, the success one achieves, the friends one makes, and the contribution one makes to posterity, which legacy, for your legacy. It would be no great overstatement of the truth if said that mental attitude, and here again, all capital letters, is everything. Mental attitude is the means by which one may condition his mind to go through surgery or dentistry without fear of physical pain. The means by which this can be accomplished are clearly described in subsequent chapters. There are some who believe that one's mental attitude while occupying the physical body during life influences what happens to one after death. There is no positive proof of this theory, except that it is obviously logical. Last, the most convincing evidence of the importance of mental attitude is the fact that it is the one and only thing over which anyone has been given complete, unchallengeable privilege of personal control. We cannot control the thoughts or the actions of other people. Boy, isn't that the truth? And I think that's a source of a great deal of frustration for some of us, or I know it has been for me in my past when I recognized that I had no control over anybody else. Oh my gosh, talking about a level of freedom, just amazing. We cannot control either our coming in or going out of life, but we do have the inexorable privilege of controlling every thought we release from our minds from the time we begin to think to the time that life is ended. Here, then, is the most profound and most significant of all facts which influence an individual's life. It is logical that by giving every person the complete control over his thinking, the Creator intended this to be a priceless asset. And it is precisely that, because the mind is one and only means by which an individual may plan his own life and live it the way he chooses. William E. Henley, the poet, must have understood this great truth when he wrote the lines, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." Truly, we may become the captain of our worldly destiny precisely to the extent that we take possession of our own minds and direct them to definite ends through the control of our mental attitude. Which kind of reminds me of this particular little prayer Napoleon Hill would say on a semi-regular basis. He'd pray, "O divine providence, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make wiser use of the riches you gave me at birth, consisting in the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I might desire." Just such a powerful, powerful prayer that if we could just take better control of ourselves to be able to live those richer, more peaceful lives with that complete peace of mind. So good. So anywho, that's going to do it for today. Hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day, and keep working those goals. Write them down, work them out. If you want some help with writing goals, it's one of my specialties. I'd love to give you a hand. And that'll do it for today. So as we say, God bless you. God bless me. God bless us, everyone. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye now.